And welcome once again to another fantastic episode of Constructing New Walden City. My name is Dr. Wasabi, and today we are in the commercial district in New Walden City on a very foggy morning, both in the Minecraft world itself and outside. It's quite rainy. Yeah, but enough jokes aside. What we are doing today is something quite special. We are building a bot rental or bot kind of showcase store. Think of it like a posh car dealership, but for robots. That's essentially what we're doing today, and we're going to do it in a lovely high-tech architectural veneer. It's a style which we haven't seen too much of in the city itself, which is something I want to change, because as we head into the more financial districts, we will see this style a lot more to kind of reference back to the Fallout architecture, because this is a Fallout world after all. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have actually picked an overall color palette, so we're going to be using red terracotta, red concrete, cyan terracotta, striped acacia woods, and some staircases is for architectural toning. The overall color choice was quite difficult to make, because I had to make sure it wasn't too similar to the other buildings, because you got to add some diversity of overall shading to your builds. It's not a big change, but it just adds that kind of hint of atmosphere, which I think is so good for building. So what we're going to be doing, so I've got a reference image up. It is of the Charleston Herald, which is a location in Fallout 76. It's a great location, kind of, it's quite generic, but it does the job in terms of kind of heading over the style that I want to do. So what we're going to do first is, well, generally mark out locations of what we want to do here, which I would say, actually no, let's get out our red concrete, like so. So what we've done here is a little outcropping here, around the same length as this build here. Now that's very important. This will kind of act as a buffer to stop the kind of lobby floor design from going into the wall, and that'll become apparent soon enough. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring these pillars up, let's say about 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. One more block there. Around 3 blocks, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that good? Yep. So what we'll do here is add that. Now that should be pretty good, like so. Now, you may be wondering, Wasabi, there is enough space on the side. Now, we will fix that, because the thing of these high-tech buildings, they reference a lot to kind of more organic styles of architecture, and what I mean by that is that there's a lot of curves and organic kind of shapes in the design of them. So what we're going to do here is kind of cut off this corner like so, and add a little stone staircase. So this is what we're going to do, just quick, as you won't do that because that's the door. So we'll just add this over here, and we'll create a curve going over your. Is that right? That may not be right. Let me just. There we just fix this. Oh no, have I got myself into a doozy this time? Oh, stairs, honestly, folks. Just stairs. Need I say more? How's that like? I tell you what, we'll do it like a more simple curve. Like so. Yeah, so we'll do it like that. If we get any more problems, I'll change it. But what essentially we'll be doing is carrying this along the edge. So around this kind of more back alley area. Now this isn't a back alley because it's more open, but as we go further down the path, it kind of turns more into a back alley. So not too much attention will be focused on this part of the building itself, apart from when you're driving past. So we're going to bring this around, I would say, to 1 more in terms of pillars, and then we can add an overall door. Let's say here. That looks pretty good so far. So we'll do stairs here, here, and here. Now what we want to do now is kind of get out small blocks, just to kind of give this thing a certain polish. Let's see here. Grey stained construction glass. Let's see how this looks. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what, that adds a nice modern element to it, which is something I don't want to do too much, but it is important that you don't just like copy design choices. Like you add your own little personal touches, because that's what gives it kind of that panache, you know. So we'll bring this up like so. How does that look? Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Right. So what we'll do now is, oh, excuse me, got something in my eye. Oh, we'll add some stone brick walls, like so, onto these edges, and for the actual entrance itself, we'll do something a bit more different. Yes, what we'll do is we'll add 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we'll add the windows as 3 high. However, the way we're going to do it is that the overall room itself is going to be quite large. So we've got to extend this quite tall, if that makes grammatical sense. Which I'm not sure it does, but we'll just go over it anyway. Right, so we go like so. Is that equal to that? Yes, it is. So, one thing we'll do, we'll just connect this up. So the thing I want to do here is to make a sort of, how can I say this? Outcropping. Yes, I think that's the right word. Where we'll have this lovely kind of outline here, where it'll grow from. Like so. 1, 2, 3. Now how does that look? Pretty good. Right, so we'll bring this along here. And do the same to what we've done on the other side over here. So the overall assessment of this would be pretty good. Now, I think I'll have a quick tinker around with this design. So I'll be right back with you after a short intermission. And we are back after that short intermission. So, what I've done here essentially is kind of talk about that extended lobby height that I was mentioning before. But the trouble was, I was trying to get the color coordination right. So, at first, I kind of did a light grey concrete, but that looked a bit too detached from the build. So, I went for just a clear cyan terracotta base, and then I filled up the remaining details of stone brick wall. I originally thought I might use deep slate, but it just adds a nice highlight, which I always appreciate. So the overall builds come together quite nicely, and we've added our little foundation here, which is the buffer between the buildings next to this kind of showcase store and this this high-tech kind of structure we've got going on here. So the overall foundation for the upper floors are in place, kind of following this general color palette. So what I'm going to do here is add some details, because high-tech architecture is always known for these kind of little quirks. Like sometimes we'll have these nails like hammered into them, like so. But I don't want to do too many, but it's just a very nice subtle kind of feature here. See, not too many, but it just adds that kind of hint of detail. So, what we're going to do now is, let me just scratch my right. What we're going to do now is, I would say, just trying to figure out this thingy. Yes, so we're just going to bring this around the red concrete, like so. So that'll be our kind of floor. So of course we've got our little 2-floor system here. That'll be the ceiling, that'll be the floor, which means the window would be straight up here. So what we need to do now is make it So the overall window is the kind of window design that we want. So we're spacing out the window designs here, folks. How does it look? Does it look good? Okay, right. Just spacing it out like so. Again, like the wonderful nature about these buildings is that you can always customize the window placements and the colors very intermittently, because they are, I won't want to say modular, but these were made from a creation kit asset pack, which is how they build Fallout 4 in the first place. So it is all very modular. It is very easy to build. It does take quite a lot of time. You know, a high tech building is very much a labor of love in how you design it. So these things can take a good while, but hopefully that shouldn't take too long for us. So I suppose we'll just do a generic kind of symmetrical window design like so. We'll do it like this. Let's just bring this around. So just bringing up one. Now I think we're going to do is 3 windows. So the windows themselves will be 3 wide. Now I don't want to make it too small, because previous designs that I've made, let's say on Walden City 1.0, have been quite small in terms of the window placements. So I want to avoid that as much as I can. So we'll just add this and some of, let's add some jungle trapdoors. See how that looks. Not bad, not bad. Like so. And the same over here. Now, of course, of this, we don't need to add too many. How does that look? Oh, it's alright. Again, we can always change the design off camera if we want to. So, how does that look? Really good. Really good. This is push this back 1. So, how's that look? Pretty good. Again, we'll have to add all the details afterwards as well. But so far, it's I'd say it's going pretty well. Because usually with a lot of builds, you kind of have to see them at the end to make sure if they actually look good. Like that's the one downside I think to these kind of styles. So what we can do now is maybe add a, yes, we can add a little divider like so. Something like that. I don't want to make it, we won't do it too wide. That's way too wide. We'll do it just so it's like an indentation, I think. So what other building blocks can we use? Use jungle? They're not jungle. What's it called? Acacia. Oh, my word. Let's see how that looks. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's actually fly over to the other, like the kind of other high tech building that we made. How did they do it? Okay, they did it much differently. What? Lay, I like what? Why am I saying lay? Let's see here. Okay, so I used glass panes as dividers, which is quite a good idea. Let's see how it actually looks if I do that. So let's just bring down a thingy like that. Like that. How does that look? And then this and this. How does that look? Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's put some windows behind us. Right, let's see. Okay, it's coming together. I like that. I like that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go into a time lapse. We'll build this up. We'll see how it's looking right then. So I think without further ado, let's get on with a time lapse. And we are back from our time lapse. Now, before I show you anything, folks, anything at all, I just want to say, if you do like my stuff, if you like my content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Doing so helps spread my channel throughout the blessed YouTube algorithm, and of course, it spreads my content to you amazing, just fantastic people. Now, let's see what we've done so far. Now, it's a bit dark, I think you'll agree. So let's get ourselves a bed and do some snooze. There we go. Right, so overall, this design is coming together pretty nicely. We've built up all the walls around, and now I think it's time to do a bit of interior work. So I've done the initial kind of interior layout. So this is going to be the showroom where all the robots are going to be displayed, and there's going to be a little counter for just for general customers. I think there'll be a few offices in the back for voice crack for some like transactions of that nature. So we're just going to bring this out like so, and we'll get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. So just like so, making a long corridor, just like that. And over here, I think we'll do a stairwell, perhaps. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's supposed to have a wallpaper to it, so that is key. So if we're doing like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, of course, we can change this interior plan as we go ahead. This is just a rough kind of concept to kind of help us in the interior world, so to speak. Because if you don't have a plan, it can get very messy very quickly. So just making out these rooms like so. So I think this will be the main office where customers talk to, let's say, a salesman about, renting and leasing and all that stuff. Because maybe sometimes you can't actually buy a robot like you might a car. Sometimes you might have to rent it or lease it in installments, so to speak. So they'll go into here for talk about money stuff and schmeckles. So over here, I think we'll have an elevator. Yes, we'll have an elevator here. Okay, so how does that look? Pretty good. We'll have this be an employee break room. How does it look? Pretty good. Should we do it as just a wall? No, we'll make this an open plan break room because it is high tech. It shouldn't be as enclosed as more traditional styles. So yeah, that's what we'll do. As for the wallpaper, I want it to be really fancy, like wood paneling. So we'll get out some, let's say, either dark oak or stripped dark oak wood. I'll go for dark oak wood. Let's see how this looks. Like a really dark kind of decadent vibe. Let's see here. Like so. Just bring it along. Now, how does that look? I always get out of the stripped spruce logs, or just any stripped log in general. They have these weird kind of formations on the side which you have to look out for. Right, now let's look at this. How does this look? It's gonna look polished, but at the same time, kind of expensive. It's close. I think the stripped would look better. Yeah, that looks way better. I know that's a shame. I kind of don't want to use stripped wood in too much, but I always like to use other types of wood because a lot of people just use stripped as like flooring and stuff like that, and then they just leave it as is. And I sometimes find it a bit more fun to just experiment with what works texture-wise and color. So let's just bring this along here. There we go. Just replacing all this. We will bring this up like so. So that should be the floor, which means this should be the ceiling, this block here, which is at 78 on the Y scale. Just bringing this up. Like so. Just spamming the controller keys. Let's see. Yeah, that looks much better. Right. Let's see here. So let's bring this up. All of this extra space we filled in. So what I think I will do is I'll put in the walls and the floor and the ceiling, and I think we'll do some more interior work. So I think I'll see you after this brief intermission. And we are back, folks. So what I've essentially done is using a collection of both stripped dark oak wood and smooth quartz in combination with some lovely calcite. I've made a lovely kind of brown and white color palette, which I think is quite pleasing to the eye, because you kind of go outside and there's these big, bold colors you're using for the kind of storefront to kind of imitate that high-tech style, using the bold and palette colors of the Fallout universe. And you come in here, and it's a lovely, pleasing color palette, perfect for buying robots, I think. Well, at least for the customers. Right, now, let us get our grey stained glass. We're just gonna make these for the windows, like so. And this just adds that final layer to the exterior of the build. Now, of course, the exterior isn't done, but we will get to that off camera, like we do with most builds, and kind of give them a bit of polish, and then in a future episode we can show off the full interior of this place. 1 second, like it goes like that, and then that, and then like this. Now this is going to be a tricky one. How are we going to do this? I think we do it like so. How does that look? Okay, that looks good. Right. Corner's always the worst for me, folks. Especially with staircases. Oh, God. Right. Just bringing this along here. Okay, now we're done sorted for the windows. Now all we need to do is put in the lights and the general interior. So what we're going to do, we're going to get out our end rod. Or end rods, sorry. If we can... There we go. It's quite tricky to place these, because with the roof, I've actually used smithing tables, which has a lovely kind of checkered crimson appearance to it. It's a particular favourite of mine when it comes to fancy ceilings. Alright, like, oh, no. There we go. Now, one thing I noticed is with the particular flooring, or at least the size of the room, it isn't particularly parallel with each other. So you got one set of lights here and two set of lights here. So I think the robot displays will be over here, and the overall kind of desk and entrance to where they can go meet the boss will be on this side. Just to, oh my god, just to signify it, there we go, the difference in the different parts of the room. So we bring this down one, and all we do now is add a simple but effective use of white stained glass, like so. To here, to here, to here, to here, to here, and to here. Now the final touch of this is we get out God, these scary noises, folks. We get out our light blocks and we just kind of surround the entire light with these special blocks. Now these are great for filling up rooms. It actually looks like it's lit up rather than the light coming from the emeralds itself. So just bring this around like so. All the lights, folks. Can't miss a single one. Like so. Oop. Okay, last one. There we go. You see, how much better does that look? Absolutely wonderful. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to put in the little pedestals where the robots are going to actually stand. So, what we will do is do a combination of, let's see here. So I need to match the kind of wall to make it look refined and whatnot. But we can do spruce wood stairs, like so, in a row of 3, I think. Yes, that looks good. And then we'll put down a row of grey stained glass, just as a little barrier not like, these are display models, do not touch, whatnot. And then we can use something that I haven't used before. We're going to use beacons. Let's see how this looks. Where are they? Come on. Where's Mr. Beacon today? Oh, it's disappeared. Go on. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Use beacons like this, like that, and that. So, what we can do now is place these down. So what I'll do is I'll spawn /spawn. Yeah, /summon. That's it. NPC. So these are going to be our placeholder robots, and perhaps I'll replace them with little models. But for now, oh my god. For now, we'll do them as NPCs, and then we can switch them to a robot, like so. Now, they will have the name NPC. There are ways to change that, I think, using command blocks and whatnot. If we go like that. Oh, can't do it. It's not rotating. There we go. And the last one, over here, NPC. Like so. Now look at that. Doesn't that look fancy? It looks fancy to me, at least. So, what we're going to do over here is we're going to continue this kind of build with I would say, a slight desk, or I would say kind of like a big kind of table for the customers to sit by and kind of talk, like so. Now we just go like this. Now the basalt, it looks good, but it just depends what we need to do with it, because it looks too close to the calcite which we're using on the floor. So if I change it to regular basalt, how does that look? Okay, not bad, not bad. If we add some, maybe a carpet, perhaps? Okay, yeah, we could do a carpet. I'm thinking like a little seating arrangement where they can talk, and with the sales rep. I'm thinking there'll be storage in the back where there's loads of these kind of robots. Something along those lines. So we'll construct ourselves a little carpet arrangement from the current palette we have here. So we'll do some brown carpet and some white in the middle. So then we can do placeholders for little chairs, like so, using just generic chair designs. It's got to feel spatial or spacious. Often what you might feel in like a car dealership or something along that nature. How does that look? Got to admit, that looks pretty dope. Is there anything else we could do? Yeah, we could do some more stuff on the walls. Perhaps like a painting or two. No, it's too big. I think the most things we need to do now is to just secure some more lighting. So I'm just gonna just kind of bring these along like so. Okay, that looks much better, much better. Is there anything else we could actually bring in here? I say let's add some greenery. Yes, right. So we'll add some azalea leaves. This is like so, just very, very light use of azalea. Oh my god, azalea leaves. Oh, excuse me. Just to add a bit of color, a bit of organics to the environment, because it is like a wood paneling, so it does look good to have some leaves next to it. And so we can have some chairs over here, like so. Some dark oak trapdoors. Some pens, because I can imagine they write everything down, they don't do computers. because it's very bulky, not very aesthetically pleasing in the Fallout universe. So if we just put down some, let's say some weighted pressure plates here and here, and oh, look at that, folks. This is just beautiful. So I think that is an episode, folks. Dude, I love this. Honestly, it was such a surprising idea that came to my mind. I did it doing art research for my foundation project, but I'm so glad that I did this because it just looks absolutely great. So that has been episode 34, I believe, of constructing New Walden City. Whatever the episode number is, it will be on the title screen, on the title of the video. So thank you for watching this episode. It just melts my heart having you watch my stuff. So please like this video and subscribe, because of course it spreads my channel amongst the blessed YouTube algorithm and spreads my content to you amazing, fantastic people. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. I bid you a very pleasant good evening. And of course, as always, God bless.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.